Welcome back to our channel. Today's story is about something we all face. Those times when everything goes wrong at the worst possible moment. But as you will see sometimes, our biggest problems can lead to our best chances. This is a story about creativity, never giving up, and the very Indian idea of jugaad. Let me take you through the rainy streets of Mumbai to see how one broken chappal changed a man's whole career. Ravi Sharma woke up feeling good that Wednesday morning. For 3 weeks, he had gotten ready for this interview at Innovate Solutions, a growing tech company in Mumbai. His presentation looked perfect 15 slides showing his ideas for their struggling products. He had practiced it so many times that his roommate Ajay could say it from memory. The morning started well. Ravi ironed his best blue shirt, which his sister had helped him pick out for important interviews. He packed his laptop, charger, and a backup USB drive. He wasn't taking any chances today. But Mumbai had other plans. As Ravi sat at his small desk for one last look at his presentation, his old laptop, which had been with him through college, made a strange noise. The screen blinked a few times, then went completely blank. No, Ravi said, pressing the power button over and over. The laptop showed a little life before dying again. After 15 minutes of trying everything he could think of, the truth hit him. The presentation was gone. The backup USB wasn't working either. He had noticed it acting strange yesterday but hadn't made another backup. Looking at his watch, Ravi saw he still had time to make it to the interview if he left right away. I'll tell them what happened and just speak from memory, he decided, grabbing his notebook with handwritten notes. Outside, the sky was dark. The weather report had said light rain, but what Ravi found was Mumbai's special monsoon downpour. Heavy rain that turned streets into rivers. Ravi covered his bag with plastic and started his old scooter. For 20 minutes, Ravi moved through flooded streets, trying to avoid hidden potholes under the water. He was making okay time until at a busy crossing near Dadar, his scooter made a few noises and then stopped. Come on yaar, not today of all days, Ravi begged, trying the ignition again and again. Some auto rickshaw drivers watched with smiles as he looked at the engine getting soaked in the process. Water had gotten into something important. Ravi didn't know enough about engines to know exactly what. Giving up, he left his scooter at a nearby shop with a quickly written note and his phone number. With his interview clothes now completely wet, Ravi stopped an auto rickshaw, paying twice the normal price for the driver to take him through the flooded roads. When he finally reached the shiny office building of Innovate Solutions, Ravi had just 7 minutes until his interview. His clothes were wet, his hair was stuck to his forehead, and his shoes made squishing sounds with each step. But he had made it. The security guard gave him a kind look as he signed in. Barish, Ravi explained with a tired smile, pointing to his wet state. The guard nodded. The monsoon made everyone equal in Mumbai. Ravi hurried towards the elevators, then remembered the building rule that people coming for interviews should use the main staircase to the reception area. It was on the 5th step of this big marble staircase, where everyone at the reception desk could see him, that the final problem hit. Ravi's right chapel, weakened by age and all the water, finally gave up. Arey bhai, not today, Ravi groaned, standing awkwardly with one good chapel and one half chapel barely hanging on his heel. For a moment, he thought about hopping to the interview on one foot. Then, in a flash of inspiration, Ravi spotted a stapler on the receptionist's desk. Without thinking too much, he limped over. Excuse me, can I use this? He asked, already reaching for the stapler. The receptionist, a woman who had probably seen everything in her career until now, watched in shock as Ravi sat down, picked up his runaway chappal piece, and began fixing it. He folded the rubber strap over itself to make it stronger and pushed three staples through it with firm hands. Sir, what are you doing? She finally asked, her eyebrows raised so high they almost disappeared into her hair. Jugad, ma'am, pure Indian jugad, Ravi replied with a small smile. He pushed a fourth staple through the rubber just to be sure. When life gives you broken chapels, you make stapled chapels. The receptionist's face changed from shock to something like respect as Ravi tested his work, standing carefully and taking a small step. The fix held. Interview room 3, she said, pointing down the hall. They are waiting. When Ravi finally entered the interview room, 17 minutes late, 5 serious-faced managers stared at him from behind a big wooden table. Ravi's hair was messy. His blue shirt had turned darker from the rain, and his right foot made a funny clinking sound with each step because of the staples. Mr. Sharma, said the interviewer, looking at his watch. You are late. Sir, I am sorry, Ravi began, telling them everything that had happened. He decided honesty was his only option left. He described the laptop failure, the scooter breakdown, and finally, lifting his foot slightly, the chapel emergency repair. As he spoke, something unexpected happened. The room's mood began to change. The marketing director, a woman known for being tough on people in interviews, started laughing at the laptop crash story. The HR manager leaned forward, clearly impressed by the stapler idea. The CEO himself put down his pen and sat back, suddenly interested in this wet candidate who had overcome so many problems just to be there. Ravi gave his presentation from his memory. The CEO nodded thoughtfully. And if your product was failing and your team was facing similar unexpected problems, what would you do? Without hesitation, Ravi replied, Find a stapler, sir. The room filled with laughter. That's when the surprise came. The CEO revealed that the company had actually been struggling with a failed product launch for months. The presentation you were supposed to bring, it wasn't really the point, the CEO explained. Looking at his colleagues, we have seen dozens of perfect slideshows and heard many rehearsed speeches. What we haven't found is someone who can think quickly when everything goes wrong. Because in business, Mr. Sharma, things always go wrong. Ravi's chapel disaster had shown exactly what the company needed. Someone who doesn't give up, who can be creative, and who can laugh at themselves while finding solutions when under pressure. We need someone who doesn't quit when the first plan fails, the marketing director added. Someone who can make the best of what they have. The interview continued for another hour, during which Ravi explained his ideas for the company's struggling product, all from memory. 2 days later, Ravi got a call offering him not just a job but a position leading a special team focused on improving their main product. 6 months later, Ravi's team launched the improved product to great reviews and strong sales. His stapler approach to solving problems became famous in the office. When project teams hit roadblocks, they would ask, What would Ravi's stapler do? Shorthand for using whatever you have available, staying calm under pressure, and never giving up no matter how many staples it takes. Sometimes life breaks our chapels just when we need to climb the highest stairs. But in these tough moments, we discover strengths we never knew we had. The problems aren't there to stop us, they are there to show us what we can really do. True success isn't about perfect presentations or unbroken chapels. It's about how we respond when things fall apart. Your biggest problems can become your best stories, and your most embarrassing moments can become your most valuable lessons. So, the next time your chapel breaks, or whatever your version of that problem might be, remember Ravi Sharma and ask yourself, what stapler can I find to fix this problem? Your creative solution might just take you exactly where you need to go. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your own Jugaad moments in the comments below. Thank you.